Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball. This game being played at Warzone Paintball Rigo. This is normally what I say, when I say what map we're going to play on. We're going to play on several maps. Let's talk about an overview of the field right now. There's different music in the background playing because this is a different kind of video. A long one, by the way. Not unusual for us to have a long one. Right now at the field, as I make this video, in early 2023, there are 5 current fields. On the bottom of the field, you have the town. You've also got a map I call Heights. The actual name is Labyrinth. That's probably why I called it Heights, because I had a problem saying it. It's actually under repair, so we didn't use it last year, but it is an established field. There's videos of us playing on, by the way. Those are the 2 down there. On top, you've got the market, of course, and tires, 2 staples of the field. And last year, 2022 in the fall, you had what previously was Saving Private Ryan map, totally redone and turned into the village map. Now, there is another field. There are 2 more fields, actually. There's the aerodrome, which is going to be located here. It's actually well into progress. And we've been told there's another map that is being placed between the village and tires here. There's a theory of what it's going to be used, what the theme of it is going to be, but if I just said it right now, it would just be rumors in that. However, they're probably going to put something between here, and that's going to come into play in this game because we are playing a bigger, like a mini big game, the title of the video, and that's what we're doing on it. So we're going to be using these 3 fields mainly. So you've got market, you've got village, and you got tires. So we're going to have that area. It's going to be a new map in between, and we're actually going to traverse across silos. And silos is normally just a transition area when you walk from the safe zone to get to tires, but it's actually going to be in play here. Now, on this day, a lot of the guys had never played Village before, and we talked about with all these new maps coming in and the revamped maps that you could have a big game here, or a mini big game. And after 5 or 6 games on the day, the ref decided, well, let's have fun here. Let's use a few of the maps together. We're going to play Capture the Flag. Now, there's a few things to note about this. Because we're talking all experienced players, a lot of field members there, I don't think the ref had planned to do this, but how we were talking in between games that I decided, hey, let's give it a try, which was great, by the way. Here are the things to consider. When he set up the spawns, because Capture the Flag's I'm talking about this now, by the way, because there's lots of stops in this video I had planned, but I should explain some of it now to minimize those. My team's going to be spawning here. Connor and his team will be spawning down here. Now, the flag is in this area. We didn't consider one thing, and Connor will pick it out right away. It was kind of a flaw in it here. You really have to control market because it's a little elevated compared to the right side of the field, the east side. And we didn't quite pick that out. Another thing about it is the safe zone, which is located here. That's the safe zone where we get air and that we go in between games for the market map. And that is going to become very much into play. The area where the flag is was being revamped. A lot of trees got cut down. They did this right after, as they did, and right after they redid the village map, as they revamped this whole area. If you played at the field before but didn't go in the fall, you know that when the leaves are gone, everything is much more wide open. So it is wide open. If we look at silos here as an example, the transition area of silos, you'll see that there are the silos. This is the path between market going to tires. And area on the left, that's the area that was just forest before, that's kind of being redone. The trees are thinned out. But you can see if you've played there before, if there are leaves, you don't see as much here. But normally when you transition this area before this revamp, it was just forest. So that's what we're having here. And that area that they're still working on the side of the hill, it wasn't totally compacted in. So the ref mentioned, we're going to play this, but be careful your footing on some of the new areas. So we knew that. Now, so it's Capture the Flag. Everybody has 2 lives. And we're going to go out there and have some fun, right?
Oh, we gotta go tire ball. I'll go on the top of the hill next to the building. I'll call out. Well, I don't know. Go do it if you want. Do it if you want.
No, that's fine. That'll be awesome, though. Look, you hurt yourself, oh God. Motherfucker! I'm moving your ball off here. Yeah!
Why not?
Are we allowed to go on the right side where we came down? Like that path? Okay. Fair enough. Guys, move up! There's nobody here! Move up!
Okay, so important to note, you might have seen how my team in the smaller camera, to start off, the smaller camera in the corner, we jumped off at spawn right away. You might have thought, Andrew, you didn't have the camera sync because Connor's team was a few seconds behind. So very important when you're editing videos with multiple cameras to have everything lined up. And I did line everything up. Connor's team was just a bit slower getting to the jump. Maybe it's the big distance because the ref was close to my side, but that happened there. Now that allowed my team a couple extra seconds to rush in, and they're gonna basically, we're gonna set up and have a few guys near the flag, kind of looking down on it, camping a bit, but we can't actually run out and get it because we would be in the line of sight of the other team. But right away, there's kind of a flaw there, like, you know, you can hide and set up there. A few of my other teammates run off to tires. Basically, we got guys going at the safe zone, behind the safe zone, and tires. What we ignore, and what Connor figures out right away, market is the key to this map. I mentioned it in the preview. So Connor is up here. He's very far away. He's at the back, almost, as far as he can go back. But he can see our spawn. Balls are gonna bounce off him because he is very far away. So if balls are bouncing off him shooting as well, because he can see into our spawn, he's gonna get a lot of bounces. But if we're running back and forth, one may burst. Plus, if you know that some guy's got a line of sight, you may not know it's too far. He's causing a lot more pressure on us, even though if the balls aren't bursting on him, they're not likely bursting on us. Although that's at spawn, because shooting at the safe zone, yeah, he can knock us out. So again, market's key to this scenario. Connor just figured it out because the rest of us didn't.
They're far back! You can move up!
I can get that fucking flag.
Fuck.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you heard Connor there using some colorful language. He's literally going back as far as he can as these shots bounce off him. As a matter of fact, you see this freeze frame here? You might have noticed quickly in the camera, like, was that a splash or something? No, that's a branch, because he went back so far, it was actually backed into a tree. So yeah, and he's calling out his teammates. Come on up here, you know, you can see. I mean, it's a good place for his team to set up, pleading with him to come up there. And for my team's sake, right now, they aren't really rushing up to support him, so that's good. Now, to my camera, I am behind the safe zone here, and I can see the flag. And I think, you know, hey man, I say, you know, I'm gonna go for it. But as I finished poking my head around the corner to look, a shot breaks on the barrier in front of me, so I kind of rethink, well, maybe I'm not going for it, at least not right now.
Fucking hell! Ah, fuck!
They seem to be pushing left. Cover. I can get some. Cover! Is that behind us? Behind us. Connor's right here. Connor! Hey, buddy! Fucking Connor's right here.
So Connor and I spot each other. I give him a wave, say hello. Dad jokes, right?
I'm gonna swing back out there. Wait.
I just saved my own life. I just narrowly escaped getting knocked out, at least losing my first life, because I motioned to go back here. You see Jeff here, and I was going to go behind him, behind the safe zone. But if you look at Connor's camera, his marker was right up there. And even though there's a lot of bounces going on here, that distance, it probably was going to break. So a bit of luck on my end there. I will, though, try to circle back because I do want to try to get that flag.
Can you lob it right here? Not too far. Connor's left. Connor's right here left. I know!
Jeff's in the game. It's a mini big game. You know he's throwing the smoke. Now, throwing the smoke early in this situation, there's so much field left. Everybody's got 2 lives. So, I mean, you're going to take more risks before you've lost that first one. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to go for the flag. But it's such a big open area here that even with a well-thrown smoke, you need cover fire. It still is pretty risky. Now I'm going to go split screen a special way for the next little sequence here. Because Connor, one of those balls that hit him finally didn't bounce. So he's going to go to his spawn. He's going to be telling his teammates about the situation. They got to go up there. So you can hear that as I try to, yeah, I'm feeling crazy. Maybe I should try to get the flag.
It's totally safe. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. You can run up. No, there's Telson. Yeah, Telson, no. Go to the building. Go to the safe zone. Yeah, but if you run up, you're too far. They won't hit you. You're too far. I got hit like 20 times. It's way too far. They don't break. That's why I was just standing in the open. They don't break.
I don't know if I got splashed or fucking hit. I don't know if I got splashed or hit. I'm hit. Okay. Oh fuck. That was rude of you to hit me. Yeah, he moved it, but he dropped it.
So I get hit. Connor and I are down to 1 life each. You might have heard me as I was walking out. Actually, you did hear me because we just played. An enemy actually ran up after I got hit to try to get the flag. He got hit too, so he dropped it. So it advanced a little bit towards Connor's front line, but maybe like 5-10 feet tops. So as I go back to my spawn, we're going to swap back to Connor's camera for the main focus here.
There's.
Where's the flag? Did you? Oh, you dropped it.
So Connor right now is situated on the edge of the village map. So he's on the edge just into that neutral area, that new map that's coming area, and of course the flag is there. Now, if we look at just his raw footage here, this little blue mark up here, that's the tires map. You can vaguely see the top of some tires there. A lot of my teammates, so Connor's enemies, are lined up there, kind of trying to pick off players going for the flag and waiting for their opportunity if they think there's an opportunity to get the flag themselves. Now, the green area to the right here, that's the newly excavated area there. So there's always trees there, but they thinned it out. You can see it's kind of rocky, a bit mushy there. And that's a big incline, a ridge there. And on the top of that is the safe zone. Of course, we got players on my team, Connor's enemies, on the left of it, kind of looking down on the flag. So if you look at this overall setup, Connor's kind of in a gully, because tires is slightly elevated, and obviously to the right, that's very elevated. So if for the individual map, if this area is an individual map, that doesn't matter. But in a mini big game like this, that is pretty big, those elevated areas. Now, don't forget, it's the fall, and even though the trees have been thinned out here, they took out a bunch in different areas. When there's leaves everywhere, this plays a whole lot different. You can imagine the guys in tires can rush up. They'll have to come up closer because they don't see as far, and they'll only be behind skinny little trees. And even that ridge to the right, it's going to be tougher to look up and down it from either side. Now, when we start up again, I finally realized that there's enemies at the White House area because Connor was talking to his teammates and they finally sent a few people up there. So Connor, right away, he figured out that's a good place to be. I just figured it out now, and frankly, I think I'm the first one on my team.
On the left! Speedboat right behind you! Where'd you drop it about? I'll try going for it. On the path? Okay. Alright.
Bounce, bounce!
Is it past the rocks?
They're coming around.
See the rocks there? Is it past the rocks? Okay.
Behind the White House!
Do you still have a life or no? Oh, okay.
I want to swing around back.
So this is what I meant, that there was a slight, in the intro, that there's a slight flaw in it. Again, I'm just reinforcing this. You're here at the White House, you can shoot into my team spawn area. You can shoot into the side of the safe zone where my players are pooling up. And you can actually fire even down the gully to where the flag is. Now, of course, a way to eradicate that would be maybe to put the flag in a different location, or put our spawn point in a different location like tires. But you know what? This is still a fun game. And if you play this scenario, each one takes a turn on each side. You'll have to defend with a weaker spawn at one point. You'll have to start on a weaker spawn, but I think it's great. Now, if we controlled the White House, we're elevated. We could look down and shoot at Connor's team on his spawn. So Connor figured it out right away, so he got the leg up on us. So for right now, I'm in this spot here, behind the safe zone, a few of my teammates behind me, looking down on the flag, and the bulk of my rest of my team is in tires. Now, I want to go around, clear out the White House the best I can, but I'm going to take a big loop around along the road in the north here. It's north on this map. I don't know if it's really north if you oriented everything. Anyway, straight ahead of me on the exterior limit of the map, there's the road. So I want to go around that way so I can kind of try and flank and surprise the guys at White House and try to open the game up a bit for my team.
Want to go back around the road.
All right, so let's look at the White House and the area in front of it. This red box here is just the raw, like what Connor can see here. The thing that stands out is a high ground. It's way up there. So, you know, by him going up there, he eliminates the fact that if the enemy has that, they're really beating down on you. Now, if we look at this graphic here that we outlined the area and the barriers, there's a lot of barriers and stuff to hide behind here. And that goes on both sides. Connor's team is behind this. That protects them as they shoot into our spawn. Now, if my team controlled on the other side, we could hide behind that, fire down into them. So really, in this scenario, the way it's set up, that's a massive, massive area and really important strategic part of the map. Probably the most strategic. Now, when the video starts up again, I keep creeping up towards the White House, flanking wide. And Connor is actually going up towards the White House as well, but just a little bit up the elevated side to try to communicate with his teammates and see what's going on.
Greasewater! They're behind the safe zone.
So Connor communicates to his teammates, reminding them again that behind the safe zone, that's where a bulk of my team is really, and causing big trouble for his team, by the way. Connor's talking to this guy. There's another teammate of his behind him here, and just for a little perspective, I'm creeping in this area. I'm well behind just on the other side of all the barriers, but that's where I am. So there's an enemy located just to the left of the White House from my angle. He fired on me, so I lost the element of surprise. I'm still gonna move up, but as I move up, that enemy really tucks himself behind that left side of the White House because he was a little bit beside it before. Fired at me, he knows I'm here, and he's digging himself in.
Whoa!
Hey, we need to take out the guy on the safe zone.
Okay, I freeze this in the middle of me firing a burst at this player here. I took him out. I hope I took him out. I took enough shots. What I didn't know is around this area here, Methis is gonna take me out. So my day is done. My game is done. That's the second time I've been hit. I am out. Now, and as an editor, in the editing perspective, things worked out real well because Connor at the same time is calling out for his team to finally make a push towards the flag. There's two things to watch out for. There's the safe zone behind there, the high ground, and of course there's the tires.
Oh, what? Heck! Coming out! Coming out!
Let's get this guy on the left. Just watch the right side. We got a guy on the top.
So just before this little break here, you saw Connor and a teammate advancing with him. More than that, says when it restarts, you'll see guys on the left and on the right. They're calling out to watch up on the top. They're going to call out to watch up on the tires on the left. These guys are serious.
Hey, there's a guy on the hill. Beyond the safe zone.
Going to highlight the tires area. So far, in that area where my teammates are, they've been causing a problem to Connor's side by basically long balling in, preventing Connor's team from taking the flag. But they're soon going to try to up the ante and do something different.
We have to get the guy in the safe zone.
So one of the tire crew makes, I'm going to call it a desperate run for the flag. Connor fires a lot of shots out there, easily takes him out. Now, the game's still going here, so nobody's high-fiving. And Connor points out again that there's, watch the top behind the safe zone. It's Jay who's like wrapped around the corner there in the safe zone. He's defending the flag with everything he's got. So I'm going to explain what happens in the next sequence in case it's a little fuzzy here. I'm using this shot that you're going to see in a few seconds. Connor's got a teammate who's got this wooden plank, this wooden board, using it as a shield. He's going to advance up and Connor is going to support him. Now, of course, the flag is ahead of them. You've got everybody in the top right there at the corner of the safe zone and my team shooting down on him. And of course, you've got shots coming in from the left because even though we took out one of the tire guys who ran to get the flag, there's still a group there. And at this point in time, a lot of people have already been hit once. So their next hit will be the whole thing, they're out. But we played a while. Somebody's got to take a chance to get that flag. And you know what? I'll go with this plan. By the way, the guy running up with the shield there, to Connor's right, he has not got a marker. So fully committed to being the shield guy.
He's dead. There's one right on the flag, Jonathan. Hey, Speed, I can use you if you want to go up. Just stay like that. You're watching my side. Left side step. Killer's moving up on the left. Hey, I'm gonna get right behind you. Okay, I'm trying to get the guy on the left. Yeah, I'm watching for him. Oh, he's dead. The guy's out. Left side's dead. Yeah, let's kill him. He's dead. Our teammate's moving up on the left. Where's the flag? Okay, fuck. I'm gonna move for these rocks right here on our left. I'm out of air. Never mind.
So Connor advances up. He's prone behind a little stack of rocks, but he ran out of air. He's got 2 or 3 shots if he pulls back the hammer he can use, but like literally 2 or 3 shots. Another player ran up on the left side. Matisse, fresh off recently taking me out of the game, has a small shield as well going up on the side. These guys are fully committed. They're far up here right now. They've got a plan. Connor's got no air, but you know, they're gonna go for it. Now when it restarts, Jonathan is firing down from a distance at Connor. Between the games earlier in the day, they were joking, because we're all buddies, we're all friends, members of the field. Called Connor a camper for sitting back longballing players for one game, or for part of one game, or one sequence. And look who's doing it now.
Jonathan, you call me a pussy camper, look at you! Okay, bro, suicide plan, do you just want to run up and distract and I go for it? There's 2 looking at me here. We gotta go for it. You wanna run up and out here? Just run up at the guy. I can't shoot. No air, no air. I mean, I can shoot, but I just have to pull it back. Then there's one on the safe zone. Yeah, no air. Okay, do you want me to run with the shields and you just go and grab it? Do you want me to run with the shield and you go and grab it? You want, okay. Okay, we'll move over here with it.
Okay, so this freeze frame as Connor takes the shield. You might have already heard shots hitting it as he takes it. The plan here is Connor's going to advance up. He's going to walk over the flag so that his teammate can grab it. The teammate who originally had the shield, who's got no marker. So he can grab it and just run like hell in the other direction. That's the plan. Let's see what happens.
I got it. All right, you ready? I'm running with it. Here! The flag! Flag! I don't want to die. Shoot me. Okay, I'm not moving. We have to run for it.
Game over.
So as you saw, Connor ran up and over the flag, but his teammate behind him, we didn't know, I think he was hit, so he was not able to advance anymore. Connor turns around, realizing the guy's not behind him, kind of, you know, okay, got the flag here, and he kind of just gives a little lob, like a lob drop. You're not supposed to throw the flag, it wasn't really a harpoon in that, but his teammate I'm pretty sure he was out at this point. He's out on the ground. You saw my teammates go there, they freeze Connor out. Connor actually says, you know, what if I don't want to get out? Well, psychological games aren't going to help at this point. They pick it up, they run it back. Yellow team wins this mini big game. Now, some rough spots in it. The field wasn't totally packed down in that, so you had to watch where you walked. I liked the fact we didn't know the whole strategy, how important market was. But honestly, if we play this again, we tweak it a bit. Maybe we move the spawns, maybe we move the flag somewhere else. I don't want team death. Team deathmatch is always fun, but a mini big game, it's good with an objective like this. I like that. I normally don't like to have multiple lives, but I think it worked on this one. So it was a lot of fun. It was an impromptu thing. So I know a couple of the players that never played the field before. It was the first time out. They thought, well, you know, parts of the field were a little uneven that. You gotta watch out in that. And we just kind of threw it together on the spot. We beta tested a mini big game. And I do hope we have a scenario, and I think we will, where it's maybe 40, 50 guys per side. And we play a group of scenarios here because, and remember, Aerodrome is gonna be ready this upcoming season. That adds a whole other element to it. So it was a lot of fun, a long one, a lot of editing going into this, by the way. I'm not looking for pat at the back. I'm saying, you know, when you're watching, saying, boy, this is long. Look, I choose to make the videos the way I make them, which some take a really long time to make, so I'm not looking for pat on the back. But I'm telling you, a lot of work goes into this, and I was not gonna edit this video for a long time because I thought it wouldn't be worth it. Connor is the one who mentioned you should watch that because I think it's entertaining and there's a lot to learn from it. He was right, just like he's right about what to do on the field when I'm on his team. Just the way he analyzed and saw that you got to control the market for this scenario. Yeah, you're right, kid. Yeah, you figured that out. Go out there and have fun. Because remember, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Game over.